came all the way in the kitchen to record a video, and the children followed me in here. They followed me. It's like you seen the jokes and the memes, like the mom goes to the bathroom and there's fingers under the door. That is my life to a T. Like, if I go to the bathroom, everyone has questions to ask. Somebody needs something. They want to know where something is. They want to know how long I'm going to be in the bathroom. They want to know what I'm doing in the bathroom. Mom, what are you doing? Number 1 or number 2? No one else gets asked these questions, just me. Really hard day. Because, like, sometimes I don't know how to act when someone passes away. Especially when it's unexpected. I'm just like, of course you give your condolences, then do you just leave them alone? Because I have to remember, everybody's not like me. Like, I want to be left alone. Like, you can say, I'm checking on you, I love you. And then, hey, if you want to bring food, then you can bring it, you can have it delivered. But I don't want, like, company. I don't want extra small talk. I definitely don't want questions. Definitely. Like, when I lost Eleanor, the people that would be like, oh my gosh, how far along were you again? Oh, what happened? And I'm just like, this is fresh, people. I mean, can you give me some space? Just, so I'm not like reliving it. Like, just let the scab, you know the time it takes for when you get a scratch or something, and the scab starts to grow over, and it gets crusty, then it's itchy, and then it's like, then it starts peeling, and then it peels off, and then it's like your skin is like discolored, and then it takes a little bit for it to turn back into the color of your normal skin before the sore or any evidence of it is gone. It takes time for that process, you know what I mean? So when people just keep on and keep on, it's like the sore, like the scratch, and then someone just keeps scratching it, and then they're like putting salt on it, and then it's like, then they put alcohol on it, and then they scratch it again, and then it's like burning, and then they're like, okay, let's start the process over. And then it's like, just chill out. With all that being said, I don't want to go into specifics because I want to protect the family's privacy, and you never know who's watching these videos. But there was a sudden death to someone that I have gotten really close to at church. I'll just tell you that much. It's church related. And this person has been just wonderful to me and my family. And here's the story. So the last time I saw them or heard their voice or anything was just like a live chit chat that they had. And I'm typing and we're chatting back and forth, like a whole bunch of us, right? And this particular day, there were a lot of people in the chat. And it was like, wow, all these people, this is great. This is awesome. And then it was like, it ends and everybody's like, amen, I love you guys. Love you. And then that day was just, it was just an off day. And I mean, I had joy and I was excited and happy. But then it was like my sister, I'm going to tell you the story about that too. So my sister, she had us planned to go over her house for Halloween. This all happened on Halloween. And she had planned for us to go over her house. Me and my other sister. I posted a picture of us. So one sister had planned for us to go over her house. And then my other sister said she's going to be a little late. We were supposed to meet up at 6:30. I got there late. I got there at 6:40 something. My other sister got there at 7, almost 7. It was like 6:50 something. So when I got there, the sister that invited us, her son was like really excited. You know, it was 6:30 and her son is 4. He just turned 4. Her son is 4 and he was really excited, and so she was like, okay. So she took him out walking and they went to like 2 houses, you know, to see some friends in the neighborhood, and then he got candy from 2 houses. And I pulled up and I was like, I'm here, where you guys at? So they walked back up. They were only 2 houses down. They walked back up. And then my kids jumped out and they were like all excited. And all these people are all in the street and walking around, and kids of all sizes. So I was like, okay, we're going to go. We're going to go. And I was like, I don't even have a bag or a bucket or anything for the kids. So got the bag, got the bucket. And then we went on and started doing, you know, going to house. And you guys, I'm not big on Halloween because I'm just like, sometimes I feel a little conflicted. Like, should I really be doing Halloween? And so I normally don't really do anything. And then there's years I'm like, yeah, I can give candy, but I'm just not going to buy like costumes and do anything like that. Then I'm just like, when someone invites us somewhere, then I'm like, okay, we'll go, we'll come. So that's a whole nother story in itself. Because for one thing, I don't hide the fact that I'm, you know, a Christian. Now, as far as denomination, I don't do that. I don't do that religious, like it has to be this denomination of Christianity. I don't do that. But I live my life out loud as a Christian. You know, I am a believer. I follow Jesus Christ, right? So, hey, sometimes I just feel conflicted. And that's something that I'm actively praying about. So don't come for me. Or if you want to come for me, hey, I take a challenge. People come for me anyways for other reasons. So I will take a challenge. Everybody has the right to feel the way they want to feel, but you know, we can chat. We can chat about it. We can do a whole live. I would love to go live with you guys, and we can chat about a number of things like holidays. That's a good topic, holidays. So I digress. So I got a bag for one son and a bucket for the other son. My daughter was like, she's gonna stay inside. My oldest son, he's off to college, so he had to work. He's doing his thing. He's not with us. And then, you know, my adult daughter, she like super adult daughter. She's 24 now. Well, she'll be 24 next month. No, she just turned 24. It's November. She just turned 24 in October, so she's 24 now, and she lives in Tennessee, so she wasn't with us. So I have the three kids that still live at home, right? So then, you know how kids are. By this time, it's almost 7. It's like 6:50, right? Oh, okay, let's go. So we start walking, and I was like, let's save the cul-de-sac area for when other sister gets here. So we're just walking. I'm taking our time, and my little one, Ollie, was like in the street, well, at the curb, but like standing in the street looking around like he's in awe and amazement. So then we walk up, and then the lady's like, you want some candy? So people are just sitting outside watching the kids and stuff. And so we go walk over there, get candy, then boom, neighbor get candy, then boom, neighbor get candy. And then my sister recognizes some friends from how there. She has a lot of friends that live in this neighborhood, friends like from church and stuff. And so we go and hit up 2 more houses. That's 5 houses for me, right? 5 houses. And then my other sister is like, I didn't hear the text, but she had texted 5 minutes prior to me seeing it. Hey, I'm here. And then apparently when she got there at the house and nobody was there, she felt like we abandoned her. And then it makes me feel so bad. Like, I didn't want her to feel like that. So then that kind of threw the night off because the energy was off, because her excitement was kind of gone. And so we were trying to like, no, we didn't leave you. Like, as soon as I was like, hey, where are you at? She was like, I'm here, and I guess we're going to do it by ourselves. I was like, no, we're like literally right behind the house in the next street. We just went to 5 houses. We're walking back to you, and we can do it together. She was upset. So she had already started doing the cul-de-sac. We hadn't done the cul-de-sac because we was waiting for her. So then I ended up doing the cul-de-sac with my boys by myself. Other sister was with other sister, consoling her. All this time, I'm going to go back to the original story. That this person from church, they were passing out candy, and then um, one of them goes to the kitchen and falls out, like bang. They were passing out candy, having a good old time, and I didn't know about this. My husband called me. That's how I know. You know, I'm at my sister's house. My husband calls me like, "Okay, pray because this happened." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yes." I tell my sisters, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yes, we're gonna pray." So the night, like the energy was already kind of off, and then that happened. It's like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. So we're praying about that. So I'm thinking about that, and then I'm thinking about like this little tiff we have between us sisters, and I'm like, anything could happen at any moment. You never know. You know what I mean? And so the energy was off the whole night, and but we let the kids had fun. We always enjoy each other's company. You guys weren't gonna tell me my hair is messed up, huh? Huh? So we always enjoy each other's company, and we were letting the kids enjoy each other. It was just our sisterly energy was off, and so then I go home and talk to my husband for a little bit. Then I go to bed because I had to do Cambly in the morning. So and then the kids had school, so got the kids into bed, and they got school in the morning, and I straightened up a little bit, made them brush the sugar off their teeth before they went to bed, of course. Straighten up a little bit, and I go lay down because I got Cambly in the morning. I have Cambly classes, right? So it was about my Cambly classes. I only had three. I had three classes scheduled. Three classes scheduled for today. Yeah, it was. So it's this morning. Three classes scheduled, and yeah, three classes scheduled. So I had my first class was at 6 a.m. So I woke up at 6 a.m. No. Rewind. I had planned on waking up at 5:30 a.m. And it was like, but my husband normally doesn't come home until 7:15. Because he works overnight, and he comes home 7:15 in the morning. So I'm asleep. I'm in the bed, and then I hear next to me, and so I wake up like, and it's my husband. He's home. I panic because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is it 7:15? Is it after 7? Did I like miss all of my alarms and just miss my classes? And so I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I grabbed my cell phone off the nightstand. I'm like, it was like 5:10. And I was like, you're here early? And he was just like, yep, I left work because he passed away. And just like I just froze just now. That's how I was. I'm like half asleep, and I'm sitting in the bed like, oh my goodness. And I don't know what to do. Like, I mean, you can't fix it, right? And I'm like, my husband was really close to this person for a year, way before he met me. Like, they go back, like, go back, go back, go back. And so he's all like, and then he tells me, I'm like staring at him, and then he tells me, he's the one that told me the story about, he got more details on what happened, and then the ambulance came, and then the person flatlined at the hospital. So they didn't pass away on site. They actually went to the hospital. They tried to save them, and then come to find out they had a brain bleed, like I think a brain aneurysm is what it sounds like. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get on my Cambly classes in like 15. Well, I gotta get ready, like get dressed and do the Cambly classes. And then like I know my husband So I'm just like, I don't know what to do. It's like, but he just wants to go to bed. So I'm just like, I can't just lay there and snuggle and go back to sleep and be like, oh my gosh, it's okay, because I have to get up. So it's like, I don't know how to act. I get awkward and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it's like 5 minutes. And I was like, I have to use the bathroom. I'm so sorry. So I had to, like, you know how when you wake up, you got to go. So I'm just like, okay, I got to use the bathroom. Then I'm like, okay, now do I just, he's like kind of just laying there. And I'm like, do I just crawl back and just be like, okay. I just, I overthink things too much. So I did crawl back up there and just, and then he was like, after minutes, he was like, I know you gotta do your classes. I know. And you guys know, like, these online things, last minute cancels are very, like, frowned upon, because they're like, well, these students, I mean, but I could have just been like, well, they're just gonna have to understand and send them a message and cancel with the families. And then it's like, okay, well, then the families, they might just go ahead and cancel you and find another tutor that they feel is more reliable, because, you know, people are just, I'm not gonna say heartless. I understand business is business, and it's like, okay, well, I understand you're going through some stuff, but I want classes, and that's what I'm paying for. So for you to cancel, and we made sure that we're home at this time, and it's last minute too, so it's not like they're gonna have time to, like, really search and find a tutor unless they find somebody on priority hour. But I don't even think Camly kids can just that fast on priority hour. They'd have to schedule later on in the day because it was just that last minute. So I was just like, oh my gosh, okay, let me go in here and do my Camly classes. So I did my Camly classes. Then the kids wake up, and I, see them off to school. And then it's like, now baby boy's gonna wake up. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to leave him in there to just let him sleep. And then I have to start my day. Like, I got to start the day. And I don't want to go in there and wake him up because he's just been working all night. So now he needs rest. You see what I mean? Like, I just don't know, like, what to do. So then when he woke up, I'm just like, are you okay? Then I wanted to kick myself. Why do people ask, are you okay? No, you're not really okay. So I mean, like, what other question can you ask? So I was just like, is there anything I can do? Anything you need from me? And then it's like, then at the same time, text messages are like blowing up because the family that were directly affected with this loss, like, people are like, and we're in this whole group message thread, and it's like, and I'm just like, okay, so I'm leaving my condolences. And then it's like, and some people said some off the wall stuff. Like, some people say stuff and you're just like, really? And then there's like, then there's stuff like, there were so many messages, like, me as a person, if I was going through that firsthand, like, I would probably have to, like, just go and turn my phone off because I would be bawling every time I read something. I'd just start bawling all over again. So I would have to be like, turn off. I'd have to turn my phone on when I'm ready. Like, it'll probably be a couple days or so, or I don't know, more. I mean, and so it really got me thinking, like, with that loss, and like, oh my gosh, the last time I saw them, it was like, it's hard to wrap your mind around it. Then doubly, I'm thinking, like, my sister's like, you never know. Like, you can, the last time you see somebody, it could just be terrible. Like, you're just like, oh, I don't want to, argue, and then unexpectedly. So it's just, I talked to my sisters and told them what happened. I was like, you guys, everybody's going to go through, their little spiffs and spats. But let's, like, really hold each other accountable to not hold grudges. Let's not hold grudges, because you just never know. You never know how much time you have, because it's precious. And, like, me documenting my days on YouTube is precious to me. I hope it's precious to you too. For those of you that rock with me and have been really just watching, and, I love the commenting and the going back and forth, and I really love the support, you guys, really. And this time is like, it's precious, and like I said, it's therapeutic to just kind of talk to somebody. Even though it's like me talking into the camera, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Like for me to just get it out there and then read comments later and just know that there's people out there that really care what I have to say, really want to hear, really want to watch what I have to say. Because when it comes down to it, we're all people. And I would love to, like, I try to stay on top of when I get channel recommendations. So when I get like bloop bloop, I try to, anybody I follow, I try to turn on the bell notification. So if I get a notification, I try to jump on there and watch and comment in between. Like I might even, while I'm driving, let it just play over my Bluetooth speaker. I just let it play. So I'm at least listening. So like a video like this where it's not like you have to watch and see what's going on, but you can listen. You can just hear it. Those are the type of videos that I play when I'm driving and I just listen. It can be motivational. It can be like business ideas. It could just be conversational like this right here. And I just listen to them. And so I would love to follow you guys. Like, let's gather together and I will follow you and comment and we can have this back and forth dialogue. If there are certain live videos that you would like to see, let me know. Let's you know, holidays are coming up. Let's do a live about holidays. Let's talk about traditions. Let's talk about, you know, holidays in general. There's so much that we could talk about holidays. Let's talk. Let's chat. We can do this. Now, if you guys know, like from the past, when I would say I'm gonna be on here for like 20-30 minutes and I'd be on for like an hour and a half, we're really gonna have to like, I'm gonna have to set a timer and when it goes boop boop boop, then we just have to wrap it up. Because once it gets going and the conversation is good, those of you that have been rocking with me for years, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. So we're just gonna have to, you know what I'm saying. So you guys, thanks for listening to me, but you never know. You don't know what you don't know. So cherish the now, because the now is a present. Okay? So until next time, TTF.